Welcome to the Progressing Careers Everywhere podcast, brought to you by Amoria Group. My name is Pesch. I'm a recruitment consultant in our Amsterdam office. And if you're curious about what a career in staffing and consulting really looks like, you're in the right place here with the podcast. And in each episode, we'll be exploring what life is like for those who work as consultants, going from the first weeks when the training starts until to the life-changing success stories that can be achieved and already are achieved by a lot of our colleagues. And this is all from the people who work in this industry every day. So from the people to the people. And in this episode, I welcome Benjamin Cole. He is a senior recruitment consultant in our Amsterdam office from my team as well. And today we are taking listeners behind the scenes of the life as a recruiter, very fast-paced, people-focused world where, trust me, no day is the same. And we explore the highs, the challenges, and the little moments that make recruitment life such a dynamic, rewarding, and here and there also frustrating career. Hi, and welcome, Ben.
Hi, Kai. Thank you very much for the introduction.
Okay, so then we start with the questions. Let's get started with like a typical day for you. So what do you do on a day-to-day basis? How does your day look like from start to finish?
So start to finish. Honestly, I get up at the crack of dawn. No, but I do get up quite early. I like to start my shift early as well. We do have options to start either at 9:30, 8:30, or 7:30, depending when you start. You can also finish early, and for me, it's always made sense to start at 7:30 and have the earliest finish possible. I come to the office first things first, cup of coffee. Start the engine, open the laptop, check the inbox, see if there's any big stuff going on that I missed, and if everything is all right in that regard, then you start your day with business development from at least 9 until 11. Our main focus is cold calling and business development. So that's the start to my day. Every day is the same in that regard. And then what you do after the business development is rather flexible. Normally I have meetings straight after, which is always, very, very interesting. You just got off the phone with clients, discussing the market, stuff like this. And you could take this information straight into the meetings that you have with clients as well, of course. That's normally my day done until lunch. So a lot of cold calling and meetings, so business development focus. And then after lunch break, we come back and we focus on the candidate side of things. So the freelancers from at least 2 until 4, that's pretty much the main focus. You should be, sourcing candidates, speaking to candidates. And that's really what I do. That's like the real framework of my day. Every now and then, you have to be flexible. There's urgent matters that need tending to. So, but I think generally that's really what to expect in the day of a recruiter.
Okay, that's a lot of different things that you're doing on a day-to-day basis. And from all of these things, what part of the day you find the most rewarding, and which part for you personally is the most challenging part?
The most rewarding, I think, for me is definitely the business development side, right? So the cold calling, the cold outreach to new potential customers. It's always a challenge getting started. So the first couple of calls are always a bit difficult. It's early in the morning. You haven't really calibrated yet in that sense. So it's always like a bit difficult to get the ball rolling at first. But I think that's the most rewarding part of the day as well. So you identify new opportunities, you meet new people, and you book meetings. You can really see the progression, and I think the most challenging aspect of the job would probably be the amount of calls you do after lunch. So just because when I have lunch afterwards, I'm a little bit tired. The most challenging thing is keeping the same level of energy throughout the entire day. But that's very different for everyone,
We already talked briefly about calling candidates and calling clients. So with only that many hours in a day, because time for everybody is limited, how do you balance your time between the candidates, the clients, and all the administrative tasks that you are facing on a day-to-day?
What do you say that? Because that was something I've been struggling with for quite some time. So I think you're very right. So the day isn't long enough for all the stuff that needs to be done. I think I can say that for every consultant out there on the sales floor. It's all about prioritization. Prioritization. We have a really good management team that helps with that. Like I said, I wasn't very good at that. For me, everything was very urgent, top prio. But we do have a lot of experienced individuals here in the company that will tell you what needs to be done first, and kind of when your brain is a mess, they kind of bring structure and a lot of clarity to the table. So I think it's all about prioritization and planning. If you plan correctly, if you prioritize correctly, pretty much everything will get done, or at least the stuff that really needs to be done.
So would you say prioritization was your biggest problem in the beginning when you started?
So time management and prioritization. So of course there's, you can decide maybe this is more urgent than something else. That's sometimes not the difficult thing. I think it's just a matter of fitting everything into your agenda. And once you fit it in your agenda, then you realize, okay, what do I really need to do first, right? And that's also where I got help from the management team and the more experienced individuals, in the game.
How does your day change when you're working on a tough role or high priority project? Talking about priorities right now.
It requires a lot more resilience, and it does probably require some extra input, right? So if you're really looking for a niche profile, a niche skill, there's a reason the client isn't finding it, right? So if it was that easy, they probably wouldn't need us. So that means you really have to dig deep. You have to be resilient, and you have to know what you do it for. Otherwise, you can give up pretty quickly and just not make it.
Thank you so much for joining me today, Ben. It's been great hearing your insights, and to everybody listening here, thanks for turning on the Progressing Careers Everywhere podcast. Stay tuned for more conversations from all the other offices from Amoria Group. And if you're ready to take the next step in your career, don't hesitate to reach out via amoriagroup.com.